So I gotta tell you, the first episode killed it. Everybody's loving it. The questions are flooding in. My man Jake on the camera back here, we've been sifting through some really quality questions. I can't wait to get started. Let's go to question 1.
YoCoryG, DWY Guy 85 says, we see from your blog you mostly eat beef and turkey. Why not as much chicken?
So that's a great question. You see on my blog on CoryGFitness.com how I eat mostly beef, grass-fed beef, bison, or turkey. And so your question is, why don't you eat chicken? A couple different reasons. First reason is, I swear I ate chicken for 4 to 5 meals a day when my early stage bodybuilding career for so long that honestly I'm burned out of chicken. 2, which you guys will probably laugh at this, I've seen a couple times where I've seen trucks of chickens probably heading to their death in the way they're stored, especially probably not the organic ones, and I was appalled by it, to be quite honest. And 3, my sister had some blood work done a while ago, and actually it showed that she had an allergy to chicken. And I don't know if it's all in my head or if it's true, but we're obviously came from the same gene pool, and I don't feel the same performance on chicken. I don't feel as good. I don't feel like I have as much energy. I've always done better on a high-fat diet. And so really like beef, turkey, even though turkey and chicken are pretty similar, beef especially, I feel the best performance-wise and energy. So honestly, that's why I don't eat that much chicken unless it's chicken wings.
YoCoryG, Dan wants to know, is there any information on your programs for vegetarians?
So Dan, great question. It's really as easy as this. I'm obviously not a vegetarian, but for you guys that are vegetarians and you're following my programs, all you do is sub out the meat portion for whatever, like whether it's tofu, beans, whatever your equivalent as a vegetarian, whatever level that you are. Some people still eat fish, some people don't. So that's up to you, it's your choice. I would say sub that in. So look at my program, say, okay, I eat this, this, and this. For me, I'm gonna sub in my version that I'm comfortable with to reach the same result. So if you follow the same protocol and just swap in which your variable is, I believe you'll be just fine.
YoCoryG, Bar Smash wants to know, how many Boston Lagers can you drink during anabolic fasting?
I gotta say, this question holds true to my heart because I love dark beer. And so one of the reasons why anabolic fasting from CoryGFitness.com has been so popular is because we drink beer on Saturdays. And we have vacation rules where we drink beer every day on vacation if we want, and eat some ice cream too, but we'll go back to a normal protocol. So the question is, how many beers can you drink? So here's the deal. When you eat really clean, your body fat's pretty low, you become a cheap date. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't drink that many beers. So I would say, like, on a Saturday, if there is something going on, people by the pool, whatever, if I had 5 beers, that's the high end, I would say I'm in that 2 to 3 range ratio. Now don't get me wrong, if it's Ohio State weekend and I'm tailgating by 12, look, the key is having balance, guys. And so, for me, it's beer. For somebody else, it might be a mixed drink. It might be a cigar. Arnold said some pretty cool stuff about, it's okay to have a little dysfunction with a lot of discipline, and was kind of my whole key here with programming beer, basically on the weekends, or on Saturday. And so, really, like, your question is, how many can you have? I'd say 2 to 5.
YoCoryG, Daniel asks, what is your favorite lower back exercise?
So great question. A lot of people were asking like, man, my back is weak. How do I make it strong? Honestly, I really don't have a favorite lower back exercise, but I will tell you a couple things that I do like. Obviously, walking lunges creates stability, I believe, in your hips. It makes your glutes stronger, keeps everything firing, which creates strength in your lower back, support in your lower back. 2, the glute ham developer, which is essentially like a body weight hamstring curl. And I can't say that I get even close to the amount of strength from a regular back extension, 45-degree back extension, that I get from the GHD. And so, honestly, it's not really a back exercise. It's more like GPP from the lunges, GHDs, and honestly, my lower back got way stronger from doing pause squats. Front squat, especially, back squat pauses, all the way in a catcher stance, 1 to 10 seconds count pause, made my lower back crazy strong. And the way I can tell you that it got stronger, I used to conventionally deadlift 420 when I started squatting every day. My best conventional deadlift in a meet was 550, just missing 585. So the answer is a little bit long-winded, but it's not really about your back exercise, it's about the support around it.
YoCoryG, Jared says, sport and performance psychology is a growing field. Where do you see mental skills training intersect with the fitness community?
So I can't say that I've answered this question really on anything, so I love that. Sports psychology is interesting, right? And I'll tell you that the training partners and mentors that I've had are by far on the high end of their, of their respective kind of parts of fitness, dealing with Arnold Schwarzenegger, for instance, like the way he thinks. Being around Louis Simmons from Westside Barbell, the way he thinks. Being around John Bros, the way he thinks. Like, there's so many quotes and posters and dialogue between those three guys that would make you want to just outperform yourself. It's unbelievable. And so I'll tell you that when you're around people that think that way, like Louis Simmons has one thing hanging in Westside. It's a flag. He doesn't have posters. It's a flag that says kill or be killed. Like, that's his mentality when he goes to the bar. Like, Arnold's like sleep faster. Like, the mentality. John Bros is like every day's a win when you get under the bar. Like, when I would walk up to the bar and Tony Ramos would say in my ear, you have something to prove today. Like, they came and bought a ticket to the meet to see what kind of show you're going to put on. You have something to prove, fitness guy who thinks he can squat heavy, who wants to be a power lifter. Like, I feel like from a psychology standpoint, you got to get out of your own head. Like, you got to find what moves you, what moves the needle for you. So if it's a chip on your shoulder because somebody's talking, is it, that you've always been too small, that you're not lean enough, that you're not big, like whatever you can use, to me it's like, I want to be known as a real lifter. I like this stuff you're seeing, like the fitness stuff, the magazines, that was always a goal of mine, but like at the end of the day, I want part of my legacy to be like, this dude was a legit lifter for his size, he was strong, he did a little bit of everything. And so, if you're struggling on the golf course, at the plate from a batting standpoint, like figure out what that is that you can get out of your own head. Is it music? Is it something that, self-talk? Self-talk's extremely underrated. I think to myself, motherfucker, it's time. Like, step up to the plate. Like, I've thrown myself into the situation on purpose to see how I'll do. I'll put myself on display on purpose. You've got to want the ball. It comes back to growing up watching MJ, like, give me the ball. I really think that's the mentality that these sports psychologists and things that they're teaching people to get around if they're in their own head. But if you're watching this and that's part of your problem, which is mentally, what I would say, like dominating the situation, like get confident in your ability, you've prepared, and let it fly. You're not going to always kill it, but I will tell you, if you let it fly, whether it's your hands, whether it's the weight, whether it is, and you just let your body react to all the preparation, and don't let your mind get in the way, man, like the results can be crazy. And I'll tell you, I'll take my percentage anytime over having that mindset that I'll be successful, and then if I'm, this is going to be heavy today. You think that for a second, you ain't getting the weight. So you just got done watching episode 2 of the YoCoryG show. If you want me to answer your questions, put you on blast, hashtag YoCoryG. And don't forget, for all your supplement needs, maxeffortmuscle.com. Thanks.